Hi everyone, welcome or welcome back to my channel. Here we talk about all things related to stationery, planners, productivity, organization, and in general living your best life. And if that interests you, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Also click the bell icon to be notified every single time I post a new video. You've already seen the title and I am beyond excited to do this video. So I have never really done like a full art journaling spread, and to do this for Taylor Swift's latest album, you can't imagine how excited I am. So I'm going to like do the spread and also talk you through my little bit of an obsession with Taylor Swift that I have developed since my early teenage years. I feel like a lot of people my age have developed this sort of like an obsession pretty early in their teenage years, and if any of you are watching, please comment down below so I don't feel so alone. Let me get started with it because this is going to be like a spread inspired by the album, and I'm not going to like do it for one particular song, but I will do it across the board. But I also talk you through what I think and about her latest work, what I feel about her in general. Like, I'll just take you through that. And yeah, so this is going to be an interesting one. Let's get started. I think the first time that I heard Taylor Swift was around when she came out with Love Story, 2010, I think. And that was when I was kind of also getting introduced to English music, and she was one of the first artists I heard, along with I think Rihanna and Backstreet Boys were a big part of my introduction to English music. And then I kind of came across Taylor Swift, and Love Stories absolutely blew up on the radio and everywhere. And back then, like the radio we had here, they played English songs, so I liked that. And we had so we got Red, and we got Folklore and Evermore, and through all of that, like, you could really see her transitioning, and she became a really good like storyteller, I feel, because I love watching her videos and I love listening to the lyrics, because I think she's a really good songwriter. And the way that she puts the lyrics, like throughout all of the songs, like from Betty, Inez, there are like these main characters, Dorothea, and their stories, like just through a 3-minute 5-minute song, their stories, what they are, you even know like within the songs how they are interlinked. Like, there's a very rare quality of a songwriter to be able to tell a story through multiple songs in their discography, but also like create this whole characters and plot lines and like everything just by the journey of a song. So I really like that. I want to put the words midnight and everything at some point. I will. Let me see what else. So my favorite song in the whole album was definitely Antihero. It spoke to so many young girls, I think, on a level that nothing else has ever spoken to us before. The video is absolutely amazing. Like, Taylor totally captures everything that you feel and how much you are capable of self-sabotaging. She even touches upon her own eating disorder, which I think was a very brave thing to do, and I really like that about her. So the song Antihero, it was a total surprise. Like, the way it's shot, I was not expecting, like when she opened the door, I was not expecting Taylor only to come through. Then I also really loved Bejeweled. Bejeweled has the most Easter eggs for any like OG Taylor Swift fan. Like, it starts with the Enchanted tune, then they keep referencing her different songs, and like she keep referencing her life in general, and how things she writes are being influenced by things within her life and stuff like that. So I think that was really cool. And they got Laura Dern to play the stepmother. That was a fantastic touch. Antihero is definitely one of my all-time favorite songs, so I wanted to write a little like quote from that. I'm going to do the first line. I really liked. I have this thing where I get older but never wiser, and I think that's just so, like, it's painful to think about. Like, oh my god, you feel like you are not really gaining anything from growing up. You're never not getting wiser. You continue making the same mistake. You feel like you haven't really grown throughout this time, and it's just a very helpless sort of a feeling. So I thought that was really smart to like put that in the beginning, because you know, you always kind of joke about it when you always kind of joke about it when you have like birthdays and say, oh, may you keep growing, you know, older, but you're never wiser and stuff like that. So but it's actually a really helpless thing if you think about it. So I'm going to write that down here. Then up, moving away from all of this like sadness, I really also like Lavender Haze, because I think that actually captures the kind of feeling of being in love and falling in love. That it's such a beautiful sound, and I know that she took it from Mad Men, because that's what you used to call back in those days, that if you were in love, you were in this lavender haze where you were just surrounded by, you know, happiness and just like a positive glow. This part is like a lover theme, so that's why I kind of put You Are My, and I will stamp out lover here because I want to reference that song as well. It's also a very, very cute song, and I feel like it's one of those, you know, really like soulful songs that you want to keep listening to again and again. I'm going to write here like one of the lyrics from Lavender Haze, and it's one of my favorite lyrics. It says, I'm damned if I do give a damn what people say. Like, it's one of those phases that you're in that you don't really care what people think or say, and you just like want to be with that person. It's like capturing that feeling perfectly. Another song that I really like from this album is You're on Your Own, Kid. It is really like heartbreaking, but also, I don't know, kind of uplifting in a weird way. I love that song. Like, I kept listening to it on loop the day it released. You're on Your Own, Kid is such a, it's like, I don't know, it feels like sort of someone talking to like my teenage self. Like, if I had to tell 14-year-old me anything, this would probably be what I would be telling them. Like, especially the last part where it's like make the friendship bracelets and everything. I think that is like the part where you are basically, you know, capturing all of the memories of your childhood and of growing up and of these friends that you make and all the great times that you get to spend together. The fact that you can, you will not be able to hold on to them forever, and you are effectively going to be on your own, but still like cherish all of the time that you get with all these amazing people that you come across in your life, and just make the most of it. So I really like that whole, you know, sentiment around it. So I think that's the last part that I'm going to write down, and that's the lyric that I'm going to hold on to from this song. Okay, so this is done. I think this is coming out to look pretty cool, like a very, you know, true representation of what I love about the album. Okay, so the next song that I want to sort of depict is going to be Maroon. You know, it's one of those beats that I really like listening to, but the lyrics weren't super catchy, apart from this one thing, one line I heard. It said, the rust that grew between telephones. And I thought, the second I heard it, I was like, wow, like she's listing down everything that is Maroon. Like, she's like, oh, your sweater, the blood rushed to my cheeks, it was scarlet, so maroon. Rust between telephones. And that's when my mind was blown. Like, okay, wow, when you think of maroon things, that's really not where your mind goes. But it was a great like portrayal of something that really shows isolation. Anyway, the song's name is Maroon, so it kind of means like they've been abandoned and things like that. Okay, so next I'm going to do Bejeweled, and I love the peppy, like, you know, tunes this one has, and the whole like the video is a great performance. If you haven't seen it, you have to go check it out. But my favorite part is actually the first paragraph, because the first paragraph is just setting the context. First of all, it's not like super performative, and also she says this line is like, I've been far too kind and I've let you walk all over my peace of mind with the shoes I gifted you as a present. I think someone who is a people pleaser would really say, like, feel or think these things. So I really like that. I thought that was very smart way of putting this. She's not saying that you walked all over me, or like you didn't let me be independent, or didn't let me be my own person. She's saying that you walked all over my peace of mind. Like, you really troubled me so much, and I gave you that pedestal. Like, I gave you, because with the shoes that I gave you as a present is basically saying that I gave this power to you. So technically, like, I'm to blame, but I'm done now. Like, I can't deal with this anymore. So that's kind of her, that's the feeling that I got from this part. So that's what I'm going to write down, because I think the expressions around this is really funny, and it kind of might just go with the feel of the song. I'm going to keep it at that, and I have one idea to write the heading, right? So obviously midnight, and this is like clock striking midnight, and that's all that I will do for this spread. I think it turned out really nicely. I really should have let this dry, but I'm very happy with how this turned out. And you know, if you want me to do more such things in the future, maybe for different albums, for different artists, or you know, maybe even for books and stuff, let me know in the comments, and let me know how you like this, and I will see you next week. Bye.